What is up, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing Kimi, starring Zoe Kravitz, who we all know is going to be playing Catwoman in the new Batman movie. In this movie, she plays a character named Angela, who works for tech support for a company that makes kind of like a voice assistant. Think Amazon Echo Dot. One day, she kind of hears some pretty questionable, suspicious things on a phone line when she's like going through like some of the things you have to go through for Kimi. She works for tech support, so she hears things that she's not supposed to. Along those lines. And guys, this movie is really kind of a combination of like Jason Bourne / John Wick, with like also like a hybrid of Jake Gyllenhaal's movie The Guilty, where he plays like a 911 dispatcher, and he hears like he gets a phone call, and he's supposed to go out there and try to trace the call and save the day and protect this woman from being hurt and stuff like that. So guys, this movie is not very good, right? For one, guys, the pacing is really slow. I mean, you get to about 40 minutes into this film before anything even remotely entertaining happens, or before the plot really starts to pick up. We start to get into the thick of the plot, and things start to kind of get going. About 40 minutes already into this film, and at that point, guys, you pretty much are already mentally checked out, and you're like, I don't really care anymore about this film, right? Zoe Kravitz's character Angela herself. She's like a social outcast and has anxiety, can't go outside due to that. These things don't really affect the storyline in any real way, right? Like, we get glimpses and pieces of her past and her story and her background, but they don't really impact the story in any significant or meaningful way, I would say. They're just kind of there. So that's just wasted opportunities right there. For the most part, they just don't really play a factor, right? Like, her anxiety of going outside doesn't really play a factor into the plot. It's just kind of like one of her character traits, but again, no direct impact on the plot. Again, guys, right? This movie is, like I said, it's like a mixture of like a Jason Bourne and everything like that. So we have like the guilty element of it, where it's like she hears this recording of someone who needs help. She tries to send it in. Things get suspicious, yada yada yada, and then like when the movie makes a twist into a Jason Bourne kind of element, right? It's like she's being like, it's just like this movie doesn't know what it wants to be. It's confused. If it had just stuck to like one path, this movie would have been a lot more coherent, as well as the storyline. But it just is It's a confused film. It doesn't know what it wants to be. And it really is obvious, this movie just is not really good, guys. The plot is pretty like subpar as well. Nothing really original about it. Slow paced. Movie is confused. Feel like it's just I don't know, like pointing towards wherever path is in front of it. It doesn't really have a set path or a set journey for the viewer to actually go on, guys. So yeah, if I had to rate Kimi 1 out of 10, guys, I'd probably give this movie like 4 or 5 out of 10. Kind of disappointing because I was pretty hyped about this film. But with that includes my review for Kimi. And thanks for watching this review, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.